So I'm wondering something. Who out there listening to this broadcast still don't think it's that important to start stockpiling groceries? Just wondering. I am curious, and I'll be back in a minute. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, this is Jan. Welcome to the Save Money and More channel. Nice to see you again. If you're brand new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've been here a long time, thank you, everybody. Hope everybody's having an amazing weekend thus far. I am curious to know if there's anybody that just happened to have stumbled upon this broadcast and you really don't care too much about putting some groceries away for stockpiling, or maybe that term stockpiling sort of like turns you off for whatever the reason, let me know in the comment section below if you think that it is unimportant. So let's jump right into today's little chat. Again, I hope everybody's having a great day. Earlier today, I'm recording this a few days ahead of time, okay? So even though you're listening to this on Sunday, I'm recording this literally on Wednesday morning. And I just happen to have the news on, that one cable news network that I really like it a lot. And it reminds me of an animal called a fox. I'm just saying. Anyway, I do enjoy their reporting. I think their reports are very clear, head on, and accurate. That's my opinion. Not endorsing anything. I'm just saying what I enjoy. That's it. It's just a fact from my life. But I was listening to a financial expert that they have had on their network, on their channel for many, many years. And this guy seems to know what he's talking about, because I'm recording this on Wednesday morning. However, on Tuesday afternoon, at the close of the stock market took a tumble down. All the numbers were like literally like falling down, like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And it was like, it was really tanking. The market was really tanking yesterday afternoon, as of this recording date. Then all of a sudden I wake up and I see the numbers are in green, for the futures and all this and that. And like, it is just so funny. Why am I bringing this up to you? If we base our life based upon only outside factors when it comes to making certain decisions, maybe I'm not so sure that's a great thing to do. Because whether that stock market, I know I briefly touched upon this on a prior video a few weeks back. Maybe you heard it, maybe you didn't. But I'm mentioning this again because I believe it is important. Whether that stock market is all the way up or whether that stock market is all the way down should make zero difference to you if you want to organize your pantry. I'm just saying. I mean, I feel this way. I disregard a lot of outside factors. We are the CEOs of our own kitchens. We are the CEOs of our own stockpile, active stockpile, stuff that we keep for longer term use, if you will, in our pantries. We are in control of our frozen stockpile, stuff in our freezers, refrigerator, active stockpile, the stuff that we keep in our kitchen cupboards, things of that nature. You see where I'm going with this? We aren't in charge of it, not the market. Okay. I do not rely on what the stock market says in terms of stockpiling. I'm just saying. Okay. So for me, I'm just saying. So it is important. Why do I feel so adamantly about this? To keep going no matter what, with what? Common sense practices. Because in real life, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. There may be a time that you cannot get out, for example, and get the groceries, or some issue comes up, unexpected job loss, some change financially, paying more towards a bill that you did not expect to happen, that you may have to borrow some money, reallocate your funds, let's say from your grocery money, for example. If you have groceries last you a couple of months, for example, you're not that concerned. Thankfully, you can go into that resource. So look at it as sort of like an investment. And I also call it like as a God forbid emergency investment, except with dealing with food. The other thing is, here it is Sunday, all right? You're listening to this. Many people at this exact moment in time, listening to my broadcast right this second, you might be literally doing your food preps for the week. I like to allocate a few hours, maybe 2 hours, because I choose to, because I want to. Maybe I'll play some sort of game on the background on the TV or a movie, and I'm listening to it, or some music. And I might be deciding to slice, dice, and put things away or prepare some meals for during the week. That's me. I like to plan ahead. So I feel this way. It's really important that we have the components available, that we can make our future meals. We could do it ahead of time. It always ends up being a savings. And if not for anything else, this activity alone, I don't know about you, but it gives me personal peace of mind. Example, I like to, let's say, concern myself for my weekly menu planning. Now, that doesn't mean, and I know it bears repeating because some people do not understand it. Just because I'm menu planning doesn't mean Monday I have to have hamburger, Tuesday I must have spaghetti, Wednesday I must have chicken. No, 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 no. I might write things down that I want to make sure I have checked out ahead of time, all the components to make whatever I want to make. You see, the trickery is to have the components. Now, the other thing that I like to do perhaps on this day, either I'll do it on the actual day or sometimes a little bit ahead of time. I like to make good use of my slow cooker. Let me tell you something. And by the way, on an aside, and this is not a scientific thing or anything, I have had people come to me on numerous occasions saying that they received those complicated appliances that do about 10,000 other things, and they're happy with the simplistic ease of a regular slow cooker. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like simplicity. For me, simplicity is always the way to go. It has always worked out better for me. Keep it simple, sweetie. The KISS method of doing things, KISS, keep it simple, sweetie. And speaking of like prep day, now for me, I chose Sundays. Can I move the day to a different day? If I have to go somewhere on Sunday and can't do prep Sunday that day, I'll just simply reschedule it for another, time allotted during the week. I don't have to be stuck on that day. I'm just saying. But here's what I like to do. When you have two slow cookers, okay, if you have two slow cookers, perhaps you do, perhaps you don't, but if you happen to, you are really getting to take totally advantage of making a whole bunch of preps for the week. One slow cooker could be, you could be doing your soup. Another slow cooker could be doing a stew or a casserole of some sort, or even a chicken and potato type dish in there. I'm telling you, you could be like roasting chicken, if you will, with your slow cooker. They are amazing. They're so amazing. There are like a gazillion recipes out there for all this stuff. So double and maximize your time. You could be kicking back, setting up those two slow cookers, for example. And like, for example, one time I was doing like a vegetable broth thing, like my leftover stuff, wanted to make my own vegetable broth. So one slow cooker was going. The other slow cooker, I was doing a chicken type dish. And at the same time, I was kicking back and watching a movie. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm getting all these meals and preps done and watching a movie. That seemed pretty painless to me. That's what I call maximizing my time. I'm telling you, it's just a wonderful thing. Now, some people don't like worried about boiling some eggs. You know what a person could do at night? They could set up their slow cooker before bedtime, put it on low, set it up with a few eggs in it, and then wake up. You got yourself your hard-boiled eggs already hot, already done in the slow cooker. A lot of people set up their overnight breakfast casseroles that way, or overnight oats. There are so many recipes out there. We need to maximize our time. But by having the stockpile, the ingredients, whether that ingredient is in the freezer, refrigerator, or in your cupboard, or in your active pantry, or in a pantry with longer term stuff saved, that's the way to go. Always be prepared, because it's not a question of if, it's definitely a question of when.